on the Georgia Southern Sports Network, powered by Learfield, presented by Morris Bank. This is Hail Southern Live. Live at Wild Wing Cafe in Statesboro. Hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Coming up, your all-access pass into Georgia Southern Athletics, including a visit with head football coach Clay Helton. Hail Southern Live is brought to you by Morris Bank. It pays to bank blue. Morris Bank, member FDIC. Eagle Nation Collective, the official NIL collective of Georgia Southern Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Optum Orthopedics, your team, your community, your freedom. Optum Orthopedics, they're here for you. And by Savannah Hilton Head International Airport and the Savannah Airport Commission. Make sure to tweet your questions to @GS Sports Network. Now let's head live inside Wild Wing Cafe in Statesboro. Here's the voice of the Eagles, Danny Reed.
Eagle Nation, it is great to see you again one more time back at Wild Wing Cafe in Statesboro for Hail Southern Live on the Georgia Southern Sports Network, powered by Learfield. 60 minutes of Eagle athletic talk. We've got plenty of football to get to after last weekend's 42-14 victory over South Carolina State at Paulson Stadium. Eagles are 2-1. They head to Oxford, Mississippi this Saturday, 7:45 Eastern kick against number 5 Ole Miss. Broadcast will begin at 5:30. Head coach Clay Helton will join us in a couple of moments, as will tight end Tyler Fromm. After his first touchdown reception as an Eagle last Saturday, got Georgia Southern on the board, and 42 points later, they celebrated their 9th all-time win against South Carolina State. If you have any questions this evening, submit those via X at GS Sports Network, or you can also submit in the comments section on Facebook Live. On YouTube Live as well, we're on gseagles.com with the Varsity Network app. Going to start things off this evening with some Georgia Southern women's rifle. They've been one of the top programs in all of Georgia Southern athletics for years. 3-time defending SoCon champion, earlier today rated as the number 5 team in the country going into the 2024 fall. Please welcome in head coach Soren Butler to Wild Wing Cafe. I saw you a couple weeks ago, and I realized I hadn't seen you in months, and that's the first time since you got here that we've gone this long without seeing each other,
Yeah.
So it's great to have you back here.
It's great to see you again. Thanks for having me.
All right, describe this women's rifle offseason, reloading after winning another championship, 3 All-Americans, participants in the NCAA tournament. The ultimate goal is to try to get the team there, but as far as the offseason, how have you been building towards this fall?
Yeah, we brought in 3 new ones this year, 2 freshmen and 1 transfer from the University of Nebraska. So we've had a really good time kind of welcoming them in. They're fitting right into the team kind of chemistry and culture, and kind of help setting a new one as we move forward. We have 7 girls, moving forward the rest of this year, and I feel like this is the most unified and focused on a common goal that we've been since I've been here. And so I'm really excited to watch this team hopefully get over that final hump that we, left last season, and I think they're hungry for more.
To get as close as you did to having the team go to the NCAAs for the first time, can you describe what that moment was like to watch that selection special and then realize you had done everything you could, but still there was more to be done?
Yeah, a bit heartbreaking, obviously, just to end the way it did, but bittersweet in that last year was, I think, so much better, so much faster than we had anticipated that, leaving last year, yeah, we wanted that, and it was a bummer to not get it. But I think coming into this year, knowing what we have right away, knowing what the expectations are, and now what we can do, makes it that much more exciting.
Any team would be lucky to have 1 All-American, especially an All-American returning. You've got all 3 of your All-Americans back from last year with Emma, with Ella, with Zara. To see how they have developed over the last year and then incorporating the new talent, this feels like it would put you in as good a position as you could possibly be in.
I agree. I really don't think we could have got any luckier recruiting. I feel like we have 7 people who wanted to be at Georgia Southern, which is really important to me, and that they're committed to building something bigger here together, and as well as just an ability to shoot well. So really exciting.
Being able to explain to Eagle Nation that this just isn't one of the 17 sports that Georgia Southern offers. You're a top 5 program nationally. Beat Ole Miss last year, which we'll talk about more in a little bit. Beat Nebraska. Have won the last 4 Georgia Collegiate Championships. I know that's how the season is going to begin on October the 5th against number 17 North Georgia and also against GMC. But improving on what was built by Coach Warman, but now the expectation that you're a top 5 program in the country. How have you lived up to that?
Well, we're trying to every day, just with the standard we set with effort and intention, and the things we do on the daily that we can control. As far as living up to a top 5, we're really working on, hey, that the outcome will handle itself if we can continue to handle the things that lead to those outcomes, and that's really what we're focusing on right now. But obviously it's exciting to be where we're at and see that outcome happen too in real time.
The idea of student athlete absolutely applies to your program, setting a program record for GPA last year, a 3.59 collective. You see what they do on the range, but to know they're backing up in the classroom, they're getting the most out of Georgia Southern University.
Absolutely. We're super lucky to have all the support staff we have, including Skylar over in academics. But, we have LA and Brian and Keegan and everybody else that helps us out. But, yeah, the girls are really education focused and did a great job there. And that's just something they kind of put on themselves. That obviously I support them and want them to do that, but that's something that they really make a push for amongst themselves. So I'm super proud of them for that.
What kind of additional training do you guys do in the off season?
A lot of the off season is kind of on their own. The internationals obviously all go home to their respective countries. A lot of them kind of shot international matches during the summer, and then some of our Americans shot our governing body matches throughout the summer at nationals and things like that. But for the most part, everybody's on their own, and we're kind of touching base with them every other week or so.
How would you describe the program that you give them once that they separate for the summer, and then once you get them back, what are the expectations?
Yeah, everybody's a little different. Some of them are kind of writing their own training plan. Some of them have previous coaches that they can go back and train with at home and stuff. But for the most part, once they get back, there is a little shift in just getting up early. We train in the morning, so getting up early again, 3 hours every day, going into lifts, going into class. And so luckily we're kind of, I think, past that point already and kind of already back in the groove of, training hard and getting better. So
we said that you're the 3-time defending Southern Conference champions, but in an attempt to celebrate the most recent one, your girls got their rings during last football game against South Carolina State, featuring them in front of 21,000. How cool was that for the program?
Super cool. The girls always enjoy it. We're super lucky to have Eagle Nation just give us the support they do out there, and I know we're hoping to be able to recreate that, hopefully with a little bigger ring next year.
When's the last time you went golfing?
It's been a minute, unfortunately, but I played a lot this summer. So
you and Carter have a really good relationship. Delve into that if you would.
Yeah, both Carter and Mimi have been great to me. Just one welcoming me out there to their facility. I think they both have kind of a top-notch system of everything they do. And for anybody that's been out to that facility, they can see that. And with their team's success, they can see it too. But they've just been really good to me. I enjoy the game of golf a lot. And I go out there, ask them questions, and try and play golf with them. They're both way too good to play with me, but they appease me sometimes. But it's a lot of fun going out there and hanging out with them.
I'm sure you're trying to get away from your sport and just relax a little bit, but if you have a chance to talk shop with fellow coaches, especially here, what kind of things do you learn from each other?
Yeah, just how they do things, how they recruit, what they kind of point out at Georgia Southern. I'm not from here originally, and I've been here for 2 years now and getting a lay of the land, but Carter's a local guy, and a lot of the coaches have been here a lot longer than me. And so kind of hearing what they do to sell Georgia Southern, I'm always asking people questions on scholarships and how they do that. I think Matt over in compliance, he's about ready to kick me out from all the questions I've been asking him. But the coaches have been really good to me on that. And, I would say that's most of it. And just supporting each other. It's really cool to work in a department where, after wins, the coaches chat blows up, supporting, the other coaches and stuff like that. And that's always something fun to look forward to.
And we're going to talk about football going to Ole Miss this weekend for the second time ever, but this is a little bit of a unique situation for you. We talked about that last year whenever you went out to Oxford and you picked up the victory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of fun. Obviously, got to choose my words carefully here, but yeah, it's obviously fun for me to be able to work with my fiance in that capacity and see her on the on the regular with that. And their team's going to be really good this year too, so we're excited. We don't compete against them head-to-head this year, but hopefully we'll see them at NCAAs and have a lot of fun just being able to do the same job as her and talk about that and go through all the different things we do together, which is cool.
Are you able to talk trash, or do you have to be very careful with your words?
No, we poke fun, but they got the last laugh last year, so I try to not poke the bear too much, but she's a really good sport about it and super encouraging to me, and it's been a lot of fun working with her.
3 weeks away from getting the season going with the Georgia Collegiate Championship, like we mentioned, something that you have won each of the last 4 years. What will represent the next step for your program as you try to go team to the NCAAs?
Yeah, I think for us this year is really about, hey, we have the common goal of we want to win a national championship, and to do that we need to beat the teams that have consistently won it over the last 10 to 20 years. And so we've really filled our schedule this year with the best competition we could get to shoot against us. And I think just learning to compete at that high level on demand. And, we've done it in a more relaxed atmosphere, but now when there is a expectation to perform, and how can we still, perform within line with our values, but to do it on demand and not just when it's easy kind of thing. And I think that'll be the next indicator for us.
One of the truly good guys, not just here, but in all of college athletics. Always enjoy when we get a chance to talk. Congratulations on all the success. Congratulations on your fiance as well.
Thank you.
And we'll do it again sometime, okay?
I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's women's rifle head coach Soren Butler. We're talking Eagle football. We come back from this timeout. The Big Horse comes up to the stage. Clay Helton will talk about the win over South Carolina State, and we'll preview Ole Miss this weekend. From Wild Wing Cafe, this is Hail Southern Live, powered by Learfield.
Hey Eagle Nation, it's Stacy Underwood from Uncle Shook's Barbecue Place. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Georgia Southern football team again this year. Remember, game day isn't complete without some of our delicious barbecue. Load up on all your Uncle Shook's favorites for your tailgate. Barbecue pork, smoked chicken, chicken fingers, macaroni and cheese, or any of our other delicious sides. To place an order, call 912-681-7484 or order online, UncleShugs.com. Go Eagles!
Pioneer Design and Marketing is the official marketing partner of Georgia Southern Athletics. Serving clients locally and globally, Pioneer is a design and digital marketing studio helping courageous brands stake their claim in crowded markets. From logos to websites to digital marketing strategies, these proud Georgia Southern alumni will get the right message in front of the right people to help you gain new ground. Pioneer Design and Marketing, building brands that gain new ground. Find them online at madebypioneer.com.
Since 1945, the Sack Company has established its reputation by safely providing high-quality construction services. The Sack Company consistently demonstrates the highest level of professionalism, safety, and attention to details. Their hands-on experience in all phases of construction assure that you will get quality performance in a timely and cost-effective method. Accountability, care, excellence, innovation, integrity, safety, teamwork. The Sack Company. We bring business to life.
On game day, success starts with a great game plan. No matter if you're at home or on the road, greatness starts here with the Ford F-150 truck. Delivering a rare combination of power and smart technology like the available class-exclusive Pro Power onboard, Ford F-150 helps make great things possible. See your local Ford dealer and score a great offer on F-150. See owner's manual for important operating instructions. Class is full-size pickups over 8,500 pounds. GPWR.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. You've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When it comes to your heating and cooling needs, don't sacrifice your comfort. Ogeechee Heating and Air has served Southeast Georgia and surrounding communities for more than 15 years. With more than 35 years of industry experience, these licensed and insured heating contractors have the experience and know-how to get your HVAC job done right the first time. Whether you're selecting a new heating or cooling system, repairing an existing system, or you just want lower energy bills and a healthier home, Ogeechee Heating and Air has the service and expertise you're looking for. Call today, 912-739-4035.
Eagle Nation, I'm here with Morris Bank Chairman and CEO Spence Mullis. Now, Spence, I know Morris Bank has deep roots to Georgia Southern.
That's right. We have a lot of Eagles on our team here at Morris Bank, and we know what it means to bleed blue. We always say it pays to bank blue because we believe, like Georgia Southern football, that getting after it every day with a strong work ethic leads to success. We're proud to be this year's season presenting sponsor of Georgia Southern football and to show our support for Eagle Nation. Morris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
BBWH Insurers, owned and operated by Georgia Southern alumni, has been serving Southeast Georgia since 1888. Our partnerships with quality A-plus rated carriers such as the Central Mutual Insurance Companies provide affordable and comprehensive coverage for your family and business. BBWH Insurers protects and supports our own. That's our true blue promise to you. Call me, Ashley Ellis, at 912-764-9602 or visit us online at bbwhins.com. And go Eagles!
Middle, now right, throws, deep middle, it's picked off, there's your turnover, intercepted at the 41, across the 50, Tracy Hill's in sprints, 30, 20, he's got 6, wakes up Eagle Nation, touchdown Georgia Southern, 59 yards, first career score for Tracy Hill. That one pretty much put it to bed last Saturday. Tracy Hill's first career pick turned into a pick six as part of a 42-14 victory over South Carolina State in Statesboro. Eagles improved to 2-1. They head to Ole Miss this Saturday. Number 5 team in the country. 7:45 is the kickoff on the SEC Network. We'll be live at 5:30 from Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Eagle football for the next couple of segments. Later on, we'll be joined by tight end Tyler Fromm at GS Sports Network for your questions or comments, or you can do so here on Facebook Live. Welcome to Big Horse Eagle Nation. Head Coach Clay Helton to Wild Wing Cafe.
Hey, guys.
We addressed this earlier today on Inside Georgia Southern Football. You came to have a business-like approach. You were efficient in all 3 phases. You got the job done, and it was a very impressive victory.
Yeah, probably our best team football that we played in all 3 phases combined. And you look at, starting with the defense, back-to-back games of 14 points. That's the fewest points scored in the last 4 years back-to-back games.
Yeah.
To see that improvement, to see, even better discipline from an assignment standpoint was great to see. Offensively, it was about moving the ball and protecting the football. To have the availability to go another game without a turnover. Quarterback protects the football again. You're efficient in the pass game. You have running backs that score 4 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns apiece by OJ and Jalen. And then you play great special teams. That's back-to-back games. I think our special teams have just been elite from our coverage units. Alex Smith nets 50.7 yards, which is ridiculous.
So close.
0.1 off from the school record. Yeah. Dre Buchanan and the kickoff return team continue to set field position, which has been great, and our kickoff coverage has been outstanding. It was the 19-yard line in the first half was the average starting position for South Carolina State, 22-yard line in the second half. That's elite. So it was great to see all 3 phases, and then you finish the game in that style, an 8-minute, 10-second drive, 13 plays, 10 runs, 3 passes, and really to end that game was a nice way to do it.
You reached the 25% of the way through the season point or the quarter-way checkpoint, and to be honest, it almost felt like if you're trying to set a standard for this program, offensively finishing the game, defense, 17 points allowed over the last 19 drives on the field, and then special teams, it's been elite since the get. That was the standard last Saturday.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. It was a fight not necessarily against an opponent. It was a fight against human nature. You come off a really hard battle at Nevada, a good road win, and you think, gosh, okay, let me take a deep breath. No, you can't. Not in college football nowadays. You have to be able to turn the page, trust the process to go 1-0 and do the prep, and our kids did. And I'm so proud of them because the challenge was to improve in each and every game, and that's what they've done. From game 1 to game 2, they improved. From game 2 to game 3, they've improved. Now we got to continue that. Now we've turned the page, and now we prep for a really good Ole Miss team.
The word that we kept using on Saturday was efficiency, and it's been back-to-back games of under 60 offensive plays, which makes, number one, Ryan Applin's play calling has been outstanding, but 2, your guys seem to be truly valuing the amount of time they have the football because you faced back-to-back ball control teams.
Yeah, definitely. And you looked up early in that game, and they had gone some distances. There was a 12-play drive, a 9-play drive that ate up some clock. We only had the ball 5 times in the first half offensively. You score 3 out of the first 5, which I thought was ultra important to be able to, get up by 2 scores. It was the opposite 2-minute execution. Now defensively, it was offense in the first 2 games. The defense comes up with a big stop right before half, and then we come right back out in the second half. We have the ball. Now you got a 10-point swing, miss field goal, and you score offensively. You know, that's a 10-point differential right there. So really good situational football, really good execution in all 3 phases, and now we got to do that consistently.
I think the guy that called the timeout right before the missed field goal in the second quarter deserves a raise.
I don't know about him. He's as dumb as he is smart sometimes.
That had to feel, though, and we talked about this earlier on the show as well, the pass breakup that Mark Stampley had on the first down play, and then he about had the pick in the end zone where there looked like there was a miscommunication on the route. If those plays don't get made, you don't get them in a situation where they could miss a long field goal.
Yeah, the play on the corner route that Mark did was phenomenal because he played the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't go for the tackle. He actually saw the ball in there, tracked the ball, and knocked it right out of the receiver's hands, which was huge. You're almost talking about a chip shot if that happens. He broke my heart on the next one on top of the interception, but unbelievable play. It kept those guys in a long field goal situation, and to be able to again have 3 timeouts there at the end, be able to use one of them to be able to ice a kicker. That's why you have them, and so we really did a nice job, I think, defensively on that drive. That 2 minutes is the reason we work it every Thursday.
A little bit earlier, you brought up field position. It really came up against Nevada and last weekend as well. If you combine all 3 games, though, you are plus 25 yards on field position. Whether it's Alex Smith gaining field position, guys like Jeff Smith being active, Evan Lester being active on special teams tackles. You could throw DeMarcus Robinson in with how good he has been on kickoff team. But also simply being able to create short fields for your offense, that is an area where few teams in the country match up to you.
Yeah, when you're starting on the 36-yard line on average drive start, I mean, that's unbelievable. There was a great situational mastery series that I presented to the team. You know, you end up kicking the ball off, and all of a sudden you get a stop on the 6-yard line in your kickoff coverage. Defensively, you get a 3-and-out, one of the 4 3-and-outs in the game. Yep. All of a sudden, that ball is kicked. LV does an unbelievable job of fielding the ball and not letting it hit the ground on the 50-yard line. Now that allows you a drive start of 6 plays, 50 yards for a touchdown. That is unbelievable team football, and that's what you want to see as a head coach, because those are the things that present great seasons if you can keep that up consistently.
We'll talk with tight end Tyler Fromm a little bit later on after his first touchdown as an Eagle last weekend. We'll continue, though, with head coach Clay Helton following this timeout. First, we remind you that Hail Southern Live is brought to you in part by our friends at Georgia Power. Georgia Power, a Southern company. From Wild Wing Cafe in Statesboro, this is Hail Southern Live on the Georgia Southern Sports Network, powered by Learfield.
Eagle Nation, this is Kennedy Finch, the Executive Director of the Eagle Nation Collective. Your passion fuels our pride, and we're looking to add to our roster at the Eagle Nation Collective. For as little as $1 a day, you can help our athletes train harder, play smarter, and create those championship moments. We want to see 2,000 new members by the end of the season, and Eagle Nation, we need you to help us get there. Together, let's soar higher than ever before. Visit EagleNationNIL.com to join the Eagle Nation Collective today.
Your cargo transportation choice in Savannah and the Southeast. For freight management, consolidation, warehousing, and more, including flexible and responsive drayage solutions. Your success is our final destination. Savannah Logistics Group.
A logistics company that strives to deliver the best drivers, employees, and customer experience through our core values of empowerment, innovation, and consistency. Savannah Logistics Group, a proud supporter of Georgia Southern Athletics.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude. gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
The power of Paulson is real, and Eagle Nation, you make the difference. Get your tickets now at 1-800-GSU-WINS or visit gseagles.com/tickets. It's Tackling for a Cure and Hall of Fame weekend as the Eagles host Marshall Saturday, October 12th at 6 p.m. Wear your blue and white proudly as we promote cancer awareness and honor the 2024 Athletics Hall of Fame class. Saturday, October 12th, Georgia Southern against Marshall. 1-800-GSU-WINS or visit gseagles.com/tickets.
Hey y'all, this is Michael Felder, co-host of College Sports Now. We're breaking down all the action from around the country every week during the football season. We'll look beyond the box score and keep our finger on the pulse of college football from September all the way through the national championship game in January. Listen all season long on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you love to get your favorite podcast. And be sure to follow along on Twitter at CSNowTweets.
This is Hail Southern Live, powered by Learfield. Live at Wild Wing Cafe in Statesboro. Here's Danny Reed.
Hail Southern Live is brought to you in part by Core Credit Union as we come back about halfway through this week's edition of Hail Southern Live on the Georgia Southern Sports Network powered by Learfield. Tight end Tyler Fromm is coming up next. You can submit your questions for him or Coach Helton on X at GS Sports Network or here on Facebook Live in the comments section. Eagles get the victory 42-14 against South Carolina State in Statesboro this past weekend. 2-1 going to Oxford against a mighty impressive team, top 5 in the country, 3-0 record, outscoring opponents 168-9. We will get to them during our last segment. But one thing I was thinking about, because I saw it in practice last week, you had two guys coming back from injury. Aiden Jackson wore a club. Davon Hicks wore a club, and I thought, is there a chance that both of them get on the field at the same time? And during the second quarter, they're both playing, so that was a funny visual.
Yeah, it was good to have Aiden back and Davon. I mean, obviously both are the immediate backups that take some reps off of Mark Stampley and hopefully take a couple play count numbers away. You want that depth because that's going to promote health as you hit November. And so to be able to have Davon back, to have Aiden back, that was a big help for our football team. They played great. Obviously Aiden coming off surgery of the hand, just being overprotective there with the club, and then with the finger for Davon with the dislocation. It's got about a week or so to where they can get that thing totally off, but right now we just need to overprotect.
Stick with the defense for a moment, because a week ago against Nevada, you brought up the point that the defensive line more often than not was playing on the opposing side of the line of scrimmage, and something that really stuck out from the second half of last week, whether it was Latrell Bullard, Justin Rhodes, or really a host of others, how much aggression they played with and how they were firing off the ball, especially in the third and fourth quarters.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about draw a line in the sand and we're going to play on the ground that belongs to us, and that's the other side of the line of scrimmage. And they've done a great job of penetrating and playing in other people's backfields the last 2 weeks. I think they really took it to heart. I think they've had a chip on their shoulder ever since Boise State. And then, you go into that game who was a good running football team, a ball control football team, and you outrush your opponent 140 to 112, holding them to 3.6 a carry, and some big first down stops. Elijah Fall was another one that played in the backfield. Justin, Latrell. They did just even Troy Pikes made a couple great plays.
First career start
as a young person. Really fired up for him. And again, another huge third and short stop. That ended a drive. So really proud for those. I thought by far our best interior defensive line play of the season. They set the tone on those early downs and distances.
You were hoping to get a lot of guys some meaningful snaps last Saturday, and going through the game participation, 72 different guys played. Some guys like Brooks Pango and Zach Blackwell made their debut, but just to examine how different guys would respond in certain situations, you just never know when you're going to need guys down the stretch.
Yeah, we take every Sunday after the game and we, go through the corrections through half the practice, and then we take the second half of the practice, and the guys that had limited numbers, we debate develop on that Sunday. We actually play football and do some live team reps. And those guys have developed and they've grown because you want that to be able to play a lot of guys so they can produce tape, they can develop, they can gain experience, but also it saves the health and promotes the health of the football team. And the more guys that you're able to play, the healthier team that you are come November.
And developing that in-game sharpness is beneficial for a play like what happened with Tracy. We just heard the highlight, the 59-yard pick six. It wasn't that he finished the play, but it was the two blocks that did not get thrown with Mark Stampley behind the play. And Davon Gilmore had a chance to throw a block early, but the wide receiver turned his back to him, so he just kind of get out of my way. And then he got the quarterback at the goal line to finish things off.
Yeah, really two football instinctive plays and great effort. You see Mark Stampley kind of set the basketball pick because he's behind the football, doesn't take the blind side block. And then instead of turning and blocking behind the ball, we always talk about, hey, turn and go catch the man with the ball and be able to block the defenders in front of him or the guys that are taking the touchdown angle. And lo and behold, there's big number 15 and number 5. I'm talking about running as fast as they possibly can to go escort Tracy. It was really a neat thing to show our football team. It got a standing ovation. I mean, it was one of those neat plays in the game and a big play in the game because you go up 3 scores right at a half on offense, and then the next drive you get that pick six, and now it's 4 scores, and you put the dagger in the game.
And when it's Tracy making that play, the story, what he is built to make that play, it's all that much more special.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's already been number 0 this year. Yeah. He's one of the team favorites as far as a teammate. Great leadership by what he does on a day-to-day basis and his consistency of work ethic.
The one thing you brought up earlier, and you also talked a little bit about it here tonight, to close the game out the way that you did. In Nevada, you had to win the game with your defense, but you won this game with offense with that 13-play, 80-yard drive, 8:10 off the clock in that fourth quarter. Georgia Southern had not had a drive that long since 2020. And getting Jalen into the fold of those 13 plays, he carried it 7 times.
Yeah, definitely. And credit to Jalen. He's still nursing an ankle and trying to get fully back healthy, and he grinded it out for us in the game. 2 touchdowns in the game, and then when we needed him most, and there's over 10 minutes in the game, and you're saying, okay, we're not coming off the field. You understand, we're going to finish this drive. And for him to carry it 7 times, 7 big carries, and then finish it off on a 4th and short with our jumbo package, really proud for him and proud for our offense. We need that. That's going to come up again in a game sometime this year where we're going to have to end that game with the offense on the field running the ball.
He was one of the 3 third-down conversions on that drive as well. JC had one, OJ had one, so whomever you gave the ball to, there was the trust factor, and that's big with Coach Applin. Look, I'm going to give you the ball. Go get me a first down.
Yeah, definitely. That's a huge part of the game. You have to trust your players and trust the training that you've given them. It's going to be huge in this game. The bigger the game gets, the more trust you have, to do the things that you know that they can do and let them go play.
We're going to get into Ole Miss a lot during our last segment. We'll talk a little bit about this with Tyler Fromm as well when he joins us in a couple of moments here at Wild Wing. But this Saturday is your 100th game as an FBS head coach. Does that number make you think about anything besides the fact that you've got to go play the Rebels this Saturday? Did you realize that?
We are all, from coaches and players, we are routine-based creatures. So it's Monday. I'm at the radio show. I'm going back to watch film after midnight later tonight. So I didn't know it was my 100th game. So thank you for letting me know. 2, it's it's been special to be a part of this game for 30 years and to be in a leadership position at such a great place like Georgia Southern. It's a dream come true for me, having the time of my life with a bunch of great kids right now. And I'll just treat it like we're trying to fight like hell for 1-0, just like we do every week.
We'll talk about your relationship with Coach Kiffin when we come back a little bit later on. But Tyler Fromm comes up during our next segment. We will talk with the tight end about his first career Eagle touchdown and the kind of formation that he did it out of. That's up next. This is Hail Southern Live for Wild Wing and Statesboro on the Georgia Southern Sports Network, powered by Learfield.
Don't let an injury keep you on the sidelines. So go where the pros go. Optum Orthopedics. They're the official orthopedics and team physicians for Georgia Southern Athletics. Thanks to Optum, our Eagles get the best care on and off the field. The good news is that Optum is here for you too. Located in our community, Optum is the leader in advanced orthopedic care throughout the Southeast. Like the Eagles, you deserve the freedom to soar. With Optum's fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, you will. Your team, your community, your freedom. Optum Orthopedics, they're here for you.
Did you know that Yancey Rents is a Georgia-owned rental company serving Georgia since 1914? Yancey Rents has excavators, dozers, backhoe loaders, small dump trucks, water trucks, concrete saws, light towers, scissor lifts, and so much more. We've got a huge selection of equipment ready to be rented today. Call 844-YNC-RENT or check us out at yanceyrents.com. With 16 locations around the state and a new expanded lineup of equipment ready to be rented right now, Yancey Rents wants to be your preferred rental supplier in Georgia.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. You've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Since 1945, the SAC Company has established its reputation by safely providing high-quality construction services. The SAC Company consistently demonstrates the highest level of professionalism, safety, and attention to details. Their hands-on experience in all phases of construction assure that you will get quality performance in a timely and cost-effective method. Accountability, care, excellence, innovation, integrity, safety, teamwork. The SAC Company. We bring business to life.
Eagle Nation, this is William Martin from Southern Exchange Company. We're proud to always bring you the best selection of Georgia Southern gear for game day and every day. Make sure to stop by and visit us at our store across from campus on Chandler Road or online at southernexchangecompany.com. Follow Southern Exchange on social media at SXC Statesboro for the latest gear in stock. Southern Exchange Company, the official merchandiser of Georgia Southern Athletics.
I love watching my child grow through football, learning values and life skills that extend beyond the playing field. Now, there are more ways to play than ever before, from flag to tackle and beyond, with opportunities for boys and girls at any age. To find the right team, explore FutureForFootball.com's new league locator tool and explore nearby leagues. It's never been easier to get your family involved in the game.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
The power of Paulson is real, and Eagle Nation, you make the difference. Get your tickets now at 1-800-GSU-WINS or visit gseagles.com/tickets. It's homecoming at Paulson Stadium at Evans Family Field, Saturday, October 19th, as the Eagles host JMU at 4 o'clock. One more time for the blue and white as the Eagles face the Dukes for a leg up in the Sun Belt's East Division. Join us for homecoming Saturday, October 19th at 4 o'clock. Call 1-800-GSU-WINS or visit gseagles.com/tickets.
French has it, looks for Fromm. He's got it. What a call by Ryan Applin. Wakes up, Eagle Nation. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. That's out of the Bill Belichick playbook. The Patriots have been known for that very formation and that very play. And Fromm has his first touchdown in the blue and white. It's 6-0 with 8:36 left in the first quarter. A great stretch for Georgia Southern Athletics recently, with volleyball winning its last 6 matches. And when you think about it, over the last week, 5 separate student athletes from Georgia Southern named Sun Belt Conference Student Athlete of the Week. That's the first time that has happened in school history, all culminating with football's victory this past Saturday over South Carolina State. Hail Southern Live continues with the guy responsible for that highlight. 13-yard receiving score that got the Eagles on the board, part of a career-high 4-catch performance. Give it up for tight end Tyler Fromm. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing? I appreciate you having me on here.
Oh, we've already got a question coming in. First question for a student athlete. This is from, let's just say, GS Football. What shampoo and conditioner do you use? Go and get this out of the way.
The thing is, it's very embarrassing to say. Only the women here are probably going to know what it is. So, but it's Pureology.
Ladies, do we know what that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what Glenn Powell uses too? I understand that you get mistaken for him quite a bit.
I'm not sure, but that's a good-looking dude too. So I'll take it. I'll take it.
You hear the highlight, your first touchdown, your second collegiate touchdown. You would have won against LSU with Auburn back in 2021, but the formation that it came out of was very different. I told Coach earlier today that when we saw you line up as the eligible tackle, that's where the ball's going. It just had to be.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, left tackle, and it was kind of a little trick play, but yeah, Coach Epp called it, and yeah, I was excited for sure.
Had you ever lined up as an eligible offensive lineman before?
Yeah, maybe we got another play. Kind of, I mean, I guess technically, but no,
Okay.
I was really my first time.
Of course, growing up in the state, getting a chance to finish up your career, you're of three brothers, and all three of you representing different schools in the state. For you to be able to close things out here, what has it been like so far as a member of Georgia Southern?
It's been awesome. Number one, I just appreciate Coach Helton and Coach App for taking a chance on me. I guess I'm an old head at this point, but just being able to come, pretty close to home, finished out my last year. I mean, I just don't think you can draw it up any better. Just super blessed and excited to be here for sure.
It's not that you've just played in 41 games, but you've got that SEC experience. You played in huge environments, going to an SEC environment this weekend. How do you gather all that you've learned to share that with the rest of the guys to head to Ole Miss this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, just fortunate enough to be able to play in a lot of big environments, big games. The biggest thing, I mean, Ole Miss is going to be a great environment. It's a great ball team, and just, I mean, really just playing our game, especially when we get over there. I feel like just being able to play in, fortunate enough to be able to play in a lot of big games. I feel like the only thing that's really different about it is just the number of people in the stands. I mean, the game's still football, and so we're excited to get out there and play.
Do you give yourself a chance to look around any stadium just to see how many people are there?
Sometimes. Whenever there's a crap ton of people there, I mean, especially on the field, everything kind of gets zoned out.
I got you.
So, yeah, I mean, it actually kind of helps the more people there is. Now, obviously the home field advantage helps too, but yeah.
Well, I know inside Paulson where you get 25,000, it feels like there's 125,000. It's the way everybody's on top of you.
Yeah, that place is rocking for sure. It was awesome. That was my first Paulson Stadium home game in probably 8 years. So, yeah, it was awesome.
Both your brothers are quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever want to follow that, or were you always going to be I'm 6'5", I can throw it, but I want to be the one that catches it?
Gosh, actually, I started out as the quarterback.
Okay.
Between me and my twin brother. And I think it was like 3rd or 4th grade, mid-practice. Apparently, I looked at my dad and I was like, hey, I don't want to play quarterback anymore. So ever since then, stopped playing quarterback. So Dylan took the reins of that.
Do you remember what happened, why you didn't want to do it anymore?
I don't know. Mid-practice, and it just randomly happened.
You remember? Did you catch your first ball that day, or was it a little bit after that, or you remember that?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
You remember your first touchdown? There's been a lot of them.
Maybe. Probably middle school.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure when it was.
3 catches last year combined. 3 catches the year before. Already 6 catches this year. You knew it was always in there, but getting a chance to actually show Eagle Nation what you can do from that standpoint, how special has it been?
It's been awesome. I mean, big reason why I wanted to come here. Number one, Coach Helton and his staff are just awesome. Coach Abb is just a very, very smart play caller, knows the games, quarterback himself, and being able to be in this offense and, I feel like I'm playing football again, if that makes sense.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it's just a very surreal experience, and knowing it's my last year, I'm trying to make the most of it.
You got those people taking care of you. You also have other people taking care of you because you have your Eagle Nation Collective polo on this evening. For those who don't have a chance to watch this, if you're listening on the Varsity Network app, if you would explain to Eagle Nation what being a part of the collective means and what it allows you to do.
I mean, it kind of means, means a lot to me. Just number one, just from the support standpoint. I'm just so thankful for the fans that we have here at Georgia Southern. And then, I mean, really just helping out financially, just little stuff to, just to, be able to eat, clean, good food, just little things like that that they don't realize they might be paying for, which is just awesome for still being a college student, technically unemployed. So it just helps out a lot. And then especially for other guys, helping out, their families and whatnot. It means the world to us and, my teammates.
And for people to understand just how much you have to do every day when you wake up to the time you go to bed, it feels like that every minute of your day is scheduled with something that is football related. So I've got to think that this helps you that much more to be able to do what you need to do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot that goes into, being a college football player, and, it may seem like a lot, but, it's all worth it, so.
Last couple of games, if you've seen anything about Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin has had some different looks on offense. He and Charlie Weiss Jr. share Charlie Weiss calls the plays, but it's definitely Lane's influence. They've used J.J. Pegues as a wildcat quarterback, and he's about 300 pounds, jumping over piles. He scored a touchdown against Furman. I bring him up specifically because that's one of your former roommates from your time at Auburn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, J.J. is just – I was talking to Cam about it over there. I mean, J.J. is just one heck of an athlete. I mean, the kid came in as a tight end at 300 pounds, and the dude was, had the softest hands. Most natural-looking route runner. You wouldn't expect it, but that dude is just a heck of a dude, heck of an athlete, and yeah, he's been balling out, that's for sure.
325 pounds. I shorted him a little bit, but he actually jumped over the pile last week in that 40-6 win against Wake Forest. For you guys to, one, go into this kind of environment, two, facing a team that a lot of people think will be in the college football playoff, they're a top 5 squad. This seems like such a great opportunity to show how you stack up and really just see what happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. At this point, it's just we're going to go over there, and obviously it's going to be a cool environment. We're going to take that in. But yeah, it's still football at the end of the day. They're a really good football team. They've been, putting up a bunch of points. They've been stopping other teams. So yeah, it's just going out there and just playing ball. That's what it is.
They have not allowed a touchdown through 3 games.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome thing to say if you could break that, especially personally, if you get the first touchdown this year against Ole Miss.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's for sure, no doubt.
What's the hope for the way that this team travels and has the collective mindset as you prepare for this?
Well, obviously it's not going to be as far of a travel and a flight as Nevada was.
Yeah.
So fortunate enough, I'm not sure. I think it'd be an hour and a half flight or 2 hours or something. But yeah, just getting over there and making sure we're just prepared. That's pretty much all it is at that point.
We'll close out with this. If push came to shove, you could fly the team.
I'd like to think I could. Yeah, that's for sure.
Eagle Nation, he is a licensed pilot. That's why we go there. Tell us about that real quickly before we go to our next break.
Yeah, so graduated from Auburn in their flight training program. And, pretty much in the summers it was 5 days a week. We were flying. During the season it was 3 days a week. But, yeah, the whole time I was playing football, I got to fly a plane. So I figured if I'm going to do some type of degree, I wanted to, do something pretty cool. So as soon as I got over there, I was like, you know what, might as well fly planes. Some other teammates that kind of got me into it, and I was intrigued by it. So that's what I did.
How many hours do you have in the year?
Probably 330, somewhere around there. Yeah, not a crazy amount. Still need about 700 to go, but
okay.
Yeah.
Tyler, thank you so much for being here tonight. Best of luck this weekend and all season long. Great to talk with you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.
That is tight end Tyler Fromm. You can hear him and the rest of the Eagles this weekend in Oxford, Georgia Southern, and Ole Miss coming up 7:45 at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium on Saturday. Coach Helton joins us one final segment after this from Wild Wing. This is Hail Southern Live, powered by Learfield.
When it comes to your heating and cooling needs, don't sacrifice your comfort. Ogeechee Heating and Air has served Southeast Georgia and surrounding communities for more than 15 years. With more than 35 years of industry experience, these licensed and insured heating contractors have the experience and know-how to get your HVAC job done right the first time. Whether you're selecting a new heating or cooling system, repairing an existing system, or you just want lower energy bills and a healthier home, Ogeechee Heating and Air has the service and expertise you're looking for. Call today, 912-739-4035.
Hey, Eagle fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Georgia Southern football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Georgia Southern Eagles. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Eagle Nation, this is Danny Reed reminding you to catch a new edition of the Inside Eagle Nation podcast every Tuesday on gseagles.com and the Varsity Network app. We'll catch you up on the week that was and preview the week that will be. We've got stories, we've got history, we've got everything you love about Georgia Southern athletics, all on the Inside Eagle Nation podcast. That's every Tuesday on gseagles.com and the Varsity Network app, covering all things blue and white. Tune in each Tuesday for Inside Eagle Nation.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear. Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
The passion. The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
Speed.
College football.
For the end zone.
Got it for 6 points. You cannot hitch the wagon. Let the ponies in the bars. It is 26.
This is the College Football Bliss. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network. Powered by Learfield. Welcome back to Hale's Southern Live, presented by Morris Bank. Make sure to tweet your questions to @GS Sports Network. Now, let's return live to Wild Wing Cafe. Once again, here's the voice of the Eagles, Danny Reed.
Perfect timing that we just had a chance to speak with Tyler Fromm, the licensed pilot by evening, tight end by day, leading the Eagles to a 42-14 win last weekend versus South Carolina State. And, Coach, with an Ole Miss trip coming up this weekend, you know we got to go to Savannah Hilton Head this weekend.
Well, we need to get an NIL for Fromm. I mean, for Tyler. Unbelievable. No, we're looking forward to getting to Savannah Airport. They take such great care of us. Did an unbelievable job of getting us in and out to Nevada and welcoming us back. It just, it's a special place. You know, it's I've traveled all over the country, and I don't think I've ever had a better place and an easier place with greater service than Savannah Airport.
In an era where conferences are spread out and you've got to go to all corners just to get a schedule done, when that thing is taken care of, how much easier does it make your life as a head football coach?
Oh, my gosh. Usually you're carrying anywhere from 150 to 170 people on a charter jet, and to be able to get in and out and it not take forever and just be treated so first class while you're there, it's pretty special. And then, you know, we travel so much for recruiting, and so we're always in and out of there. You always know you can get home fast when you're going through Savannah Airport.
FlySAB.com for more information. FlySAB.com for the official airport of the Georgia Southern Eagles. Quick look at our Facebook live feed. Coach, can you update us on the status of David Dallas? He didn't suit up last week against South Carolina State.
Yeah, I mentioned this in the press conference earlier today. You know, David is got a little pain and tiredness of his throwing shoulder. You know, he's had those 2 surgeries, and you go through spring football and you're practicing only 3 days a week, so you get that day off. You go through the summer and there's really only 2 player run practices a week during that time, so you get some days off. And then you go to training camp, and it's 25 out of 29 days, and you're practicing 6 out of 7 days, in the fall. And so some tiredness and some soreness had come about last week that we noticed, he noticed, and just talked with him, and he was very honest. He said, Coach, I've got some pain. I don't think that I can help the team this week, and we both came to that agreement. He's getting checked out this week. Hopefully, with some time off, it can get fresh again. It's almost like a pitcher mission, his rotation.
Yeah.
We are going to get it checked to make sure there's nothing structurally going on and be overcautious there. But that's why he was out. I really don't have a guess right now because we didn't practice today where we'll be this week.
On the other side, though, great to see Dexter make his return. He missed all of last year at Indiana, getting those 4 snaps at the end of the game. That was special to get him back, especially as a Macon guy.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of where we are right now at the quarterback position. I saw Kyle Van Treese, who was in town today, and I remember being in that year just going, please, God, don't let him get hurt. And you have the availability right now. You went through such a fierce quarterback competition, and Dex and David were that close, from being the starting quarterback. And you have no issue in putting them in at any point in time to be able to lead the football team and there not be a lack of production. So it was great to get Dex in there at the end. I hope we can do that even more with him and David in the future.
Ole Miss is 3-0, top 5 team. First time Georgia Southern is taking on a top 5 team since they battled number 2 Clemson back in 2018. It's been an historic start to the year for one of your buddies, and Lane Kiffin worked with him for parts of 4 seasons out at USC. Very close with the family. His father passing away during SEC Media Days back in July. But as you've monitored his career since LA, how he has changed as a person and as a coach to become truly one of the nation's elite at what he does.
Yeah, I'm so proud for Coach and where he is in life right now as a coach, as a father, as a person. Just really proud for him. He's always been a brilliant football coach, and he changed my life. Having the opportunity to go with him and Coach Monty out to SC and learn from him offensive ball. It was a special time in my life and really propelled me forward. I wouldn't be where I am today without him and his family. And so I'm just very proud to see where he's at right now. He's got a really good football team that it took 5 years to build, but it's a national title contender football team. It is a top 5 football team. So he's done a wonderful job, and very proud for him.
Quarterback Jackson Dart is the national leader in passing yards, one of 5 active quarterbacks with more than 8,000 passing and 1,000 rushing, and, well, you know him pretty well.
I've known Jackson for a while, got the opportunity to sign him at USC. Such a great young man, comes from a great family, has always been a winner, won a championship out of Utah, has always been a great person, great Christian. He's got it. He's got the it factor, and you see it on the film. I remember, Coach Kiff called me and said, "What do you think about this kid?" I said, "All I know is he wins championships, Coach. I think he's worth your time." And as always, Coach Kiff does a great job of evaluating quarterbacks and training him. Brought him in, and you look what he's doing right now. That's a good team they have right now with Coach Kiff and Jackson leading the way.
7:45 Eastern kick from Oxford this Saturday. We'll be live at 5:30 with a Cutwater Spirits tailgate show. Coach, thanks as always for joining us at Wild Wings. Safe travels out to the Grove, and we'll do it again next Monday.
Thanks, Danny. Hail Southern.
For Head Coach Clay Helton, tight end Tyler Fromm, women's rifle head coach Soren Butler, and Clara Lakey back in the studios. Danny Reed signing off from Wild Wing. We will talk to you on Saturday night in Oxford, 5:30 airtime for the Cutwater Spirits tailgate show on the Georgia Southern Sports Network, powered by Learfield.